Hello everybody, welcome to another tabletop review that I have for you here, or a review I should say. It's going to involve a little more than just tabletop, but I purchased this a while back, did an unboxing video in the past, and it was quite popular. It was definitely quite popular video. I promised to follow up with a full review, and I never did, and the reason why I never did is because I couldn't definitively say if this thing would work in an emergency situation or not until an emergency situation came up that I could, you know, fully test this thing and see whether or not it would get me out of an emergency situation. Like, this thing being used in a real life scenario is what I wanted to know, if it would actually work. So we're going to talk about the good, we're going to talk about the bad of this product, and I'm going to roll some footage that happened that was an actual event that took place where this thing was deployed to see whether or not it would get us out of the jam or not. Okay, we got a genuine situation here. Joanna went to get into her car and start it, and it's deader than crap. I'm going to go ahead and film that for you. Yep. Well, it's not even doing anything. The lights don't come on. Nothing. Okay, everybody. Well, this is a genuine emergency. We're going to try out the Viking jump starter from Harbor Freight. This has not been charged. It's been sitting in my garage for months. Haven't touched it. We're going to find out whether or not this is a realistic device that can jumpstart your car if you have to. This car is completely dead, and we're gonna try this, see what happens. This is like what it would be like if this happened to you. I have not charged this like I should. It's just been sitting since I got it in the garage. Okay, here's the plug. I have to re-familiarize myself with this thing. Alright, so we're going to hook up the positive terminal if we can here. They really don't give you a lot of room to do it though. I'm going to kind of wiggle it, get a good connection, and then we'll go over the negative. Let's see here, we'll turn it on. Okay, and we're going to hit the jump start button. Okay, there we go, and I will hold the camera and let's see if it works. Holy crap! I cannot believe that just worked. The battery ended up being bad, so we ended up having to go get a new battery. Here's our new battery just to prove that that this all went down in an emergency situation. Brand spanking new battery. So that Harbor Freight battery backup charger thing, jump starter device, is really a viable thing to have with you at all times. So anyway, this is what the device comes with. It comes with a way to charge it. It comes with a way to charge it in your vehicle. So it comes with that, and then it comes with this adapter so you can plug cigarette lighter items into it. Now while we're talking, let's go ahead and do that so we can see one of the things here. So anyway, there it is, turned on. Here's our cigarette lighter adapter plugged into the side to the outlet it's supposed to go to. And I've just got this little cigarette lighter device right here that I'm just going to plug in while we talk about some of the things. Okay, so this right here gives us a battery reading. Let me see if I can turn this around to where it makes sense. Okay, so this is just going to give us a battery reading, and as you can see, what's already happened is it's gone out. So this cigarette lighter plug adapter is really not much use at all. So okay, I'll turn it back on again. Alright, and then I will plug in our cigarette lighter device and let it sit there for a second, and you know, just kind of show you that one of the features, if you think that this is one of the things that you're going to use this for, this might not be a good choice. Okay, so see, so it just automatically shuts off. So that's one of the features that is kind of included. Let me try one thing that I have not ever tried. We'll try it live on camera and see if it works. We'll turn it back on again. Let me turn this around. Okay, and we'll turn this around, and then I'll hit the Jumpstart button, and then that shuts it off. So this this little adapter that they give you to plug in a cigarette lighter is pretty worthless. I mean, it's not. I mean, unless you want to use something for about, what was that, 20 seconds or something like that, then that's not useful. So that's one of the bad things. Now, if you notice on the outside of this thing right here, you've got a 5-volt 2-amp outlet for like charging cell phones or some sort of USB device. Now this does work. You can plug into, you can turn this thing on, plug in here, and it will charge a cell phone, you know, completely up. So that does in fact work. Here's the thing. I know that a lot of people asked me that question on the last video, and I honestly don't understand why. Like, I guess in a pinch, if you had nothing else, you know, your cell phone was dead, your car was dead. I don't know what kind of scenario you would have to want to use this to charge your cell phone. I don't know what kind of you know, series of events would have to take place where you go, oh, I've got that device that's meant to jumpstart my car in the event my battery goes dead, but I'll charge my cell phone off of that. Like, I don't understand a scenario where you do that. Okay, so, but it does work. That does work. The little cigarette lighter plug, that in all intents and purposes does not work. Okay, so another feature of this thing is it has a flashlight, if you wanna call it that. I mean, it's you know, it's pretty pathetic. I mean, it's got about the flashlight power of a lighter, so it's not, you know, you're not going to want to use this as a flashlight unless this is like the last thing on earth that you ever had. Okay, like I carry, oh, and I guess it's got an SOS strobe. Look at that, I accidentally found that out. So it's got an SOS strobe, blah blah blah, but probably not practical or usable. They just throw that on there for the bullet points. This has a 12,000 milliamp hour battery in it, and it is a particular type of battery that is more dense than a standard you know, battery that's normally used in this. So the claim to fame for it is that it holds a charge for a longer period of time. You know, it doesn't start losing its charge for up to 2 years. It's 70% at 2 years, so that's really exceptional. And if you're like most people, you'll buy a device like this because probably you've had some sort of incident where you needed a jump start and you didn't have a way to jump start your car. I mean, that's how a lot of these items get purchased. That's probably one of the things that's happened to you, right? So you buy this thing and then you put it wherever you need it in your car, behind your seat, under your seat, in your trunk, whatever it is, and then you forget all about it until the need arises that you have to use this to jumpstart your car. And that's exactly what happened to me. This thing is legit. It worked. Like I said, I completely neglected it. It was not charged. I forgot that it existed in the world. I jump-started her car. Her battery ended up being completely garbage. We had to go buy a new battery, as you saw in the footage. I'm going to say that this is a legit product. This is not one of those things that you put in your car and it makes you feel good. This thing worked. I cannot recommend this thing enough. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go back and buy me another one of these and keep it in her car all the time. I have showed her how to use this thing, and yeah, I'm just going to keep it in her car for good. And these clips right here, let's talk about these. These opened wide enough, and they were small enough to get into the tight spaces of a small car. And these will still open up wide enough for a full-size vehicle too. I don't see a problem with that. It's got a reverse protection diode right here. You know, and it just you just take this rubber plug off of here. You plug it in here like this. You know, you turn. Let's turn it this way so you can see. You turn on the power like this. You hold down the Jumpstart button. The Jumpstart light lights up, and you start your car. And it worked exactly like that. It worked exactly like that. So, highly recommended, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. Have you got one of these? Has it saved your bacon as well? I'd really like to know if it worked as well for you as it did for me. Talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. I hope this was entertaining. We'll catch you on the next one on That End.